Headwear decoration has gone to another level these days. So on this episode of Decoration Myths, we're going to test the limits of headwear decoration and get a little crazy with the heat press. Welcome to another episode of Decoration Myths. I'm Stefan Baer from S&S Activewear.
And I'm Josh Ellsworth with STAHLS.
All right, Josh, so we're going to jump right in. We're going to get crazy with hats. People are doing so much with headwear decoration these days. We thought we'd jump into the game and kind of test the limits here in the studio.
Yeah, so we've set up to test the limits for sure. And actually some techniques we're going to start off the bat with are something that I learned from a customer that was getting crazy with hats and stretching those limits.
Nice.
So it's really fun to bring that to the episode, something that one of our viewers has implemented and tried and been able to have success with. And that's
awesome.
Decorating this piece.
Nice. So this is the maple. This is from Atlantis. They are on the verge of becoming completely 100% sustainable. This is using the Pollyanna material. It's a 60% Pollyanna fiber, which kind of mimics kind of a wool feel, and then 40 acrylic. So it's got some challenges, and this big, you know, the ribbed nature of this, that always catches your attention too.
Yeah, beanies are one of the most challenging products to decorate on the market. We've done them in the past on Decoration Myth episodes even. And what you want to be really careful of is stretching the fabric and then heating it, because it tends to want to stay in that warped position. And so we're going to show you a new technique here that I learned from an apparel decorator, and that is decorating it completely flat on our flat press. And so we'll start by setting up the cap. And for this particular application, we are going to use just a little cardboard jig.
Nice.
Right? So real intuitive.
It's just a regular from a box.
Yep, piece of cardboard, just cut it off of the
special.
box, right? And I'm just going to slide that down in there to give it just a little bit of shape, and so that I'm not pressing all of the layers together.
Nice.
Now, the product that we're going to be decorating with is called Print Stitch. And what's really cool about Print Stitch, it's a patch. It's sublimated inside, so you can get full color, lots of detail, and this really cool logo. But you actually have a stitching or embroidered component as well.
Wow.
And that embroidered component is on the outside in this example, but you can even have like little details inside of the patch embroidered as well. And so we're just going to kind of set this up. And because we're getting a little crazy with hats, I'm getting crazy about stretching the limits of this. This particular beanie has like almost like a secondary seam where you're supposed to fold it, which is a really nice feature. And so it folds in the same place every time. But we've created a design that really just stretches that complete distance to try to decorate it accurately. And so going to create that little stretch, going to make sure that that patch is having contact on all parts. And then I'm just going to slide it to the edge, cover it with my foam cover pad, being very careful not to move it. You probably could tape it. And then I'll use my heat press, and I'm going to apply basically no pressure. All right? And so
no pressure.
Yeah, and you'll see here.
Okay.
Like it's like a 2-3, but the timer isn't even engaging. So I'm going to hurry up and rush to my stopwatch here and start the timer, because I want to press this for 40 seconds altogether. And so because the heat press is just barely locking down and we added that thickness on the front of the machine, the timer doesn't even engage. And so 1/8 inch foam cover pad, cardboard jig inside. I'm being careful to make sure that jig doesn't stretch the beanie so it's not heating up in that stretched position. Cover those ridges with a patch product, all like one contained image, and heat press it for about 40 seconds, okay?
Nice.
And top heat only here, right? I don't need a special heat press with bottom heat. We're gonna use one later, don't worry, we won't leave that out.
We're gonna get
but
on that
I'm at 37 seconds. It took me a few seconds to get to my stopwatch here. We're gonna open it up, and then I will swing this away, and let's take a look at our completed result. Just remove the jig. Wow. Okay. So you can see really nice contact, and you're not seeing any of the damaging, any of the warping that we typically see on a product like that.
And it's so in there. I mean, you can see, you know, it's just bendable, pliable. So, but I have to ask, like the cardboard piece.
Yeah.
So that is just keeping everything intact, or is it actually adding a little stretch to it?
No,
so it could
Actually, you don't want to stretch it at all, because if you stretch this and apply heat, it's going to stay in that sort of warped, relaxed position. And so that's really just to give it a little bit of rigidity and pressure. So it's just not the material itself compressing like a big pillow, right?
So it gives just the right amount of backing.
Yeah, and it's perfect, right?
Just
and it's
cardboard,
cheap and easy,
Yeah.
right? But we're not done yet. This is a great piece and I love it. But let's move on. So let's start at the heat press on this one. Do it a little different.
Okay.
I'm going to load a new attachment that most people have never seen before.
Ooh.
And we're going to have our viewers guess what it is we're going to get crazy with hats on this thing. So 4 prongs. I love it for pressing sleeves, 4 short sleeves at once.
Wow.
But this was invented for a very different purpose. Keep thinking. Let's talk a little bit about the cap we're going to decorate.
Nice. Yeah, this is the 6210 FF. This is a Flexfit product. It's a fitted cap. You know, it's got a wool acrylic mix to it. So it's, you know, one of the top selling flat bills that we have out there. So when it comes to crazy decorations, we've seen a lot of interesting stuff on this.
Yeah, and you said the key word. That was flat bill.
Yeah.
And this is a flat bill platen that actually allows us to print underneath the bill. So this is a money-making area on caps that people don't take advantage of enough. It's actually really easy to decorate with the right tools and the right know-how. So let's load this onto the machine. It's really simple. Watch. Loaded.
Done.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. And so simple that you can actually, depending on the size of the bill, you can actually press 4 at once, up to 4 at once.
So now you're building volume,
High production, very easy.
And these are also available via STAHLS.
Yes, this is
so
something.
You guys built this for this exact purpose.
And again, it came from a concept from a customer.
Wow.
Yeah. And so
very cool.
Here we have this locked in. Now, you know what? I may want to grab a cover sheet and check my pressure before I get too excited here to show you how this works, because anytime I change a platen, I do want to just check the pressure on my machine. So there's no pressure, right? Because I had all that thickness. So we're just adjusting, adding some pressure here. The underbill of the cap tends to have a lot of ridges to it, so it's not a bad thing to get a fair amount of pressure, but I only need about 15 seconds of application time for this type of transfer that I'm getting ready to use.
Very cool.
So load your hat, take your transfer. In this case, I'm just pulling the white backing off of it. Position it into place.
Wow.
And we've created this design. You see what we've done with this design here to make it easy to line up?
Yeah, you put the shape of the bill already in there.
Yeah, the arch, right? And
so someone could go to STAHLS and then order this underbill application.
Yeah, you would have to lay it out. You would have to design it, but just by adding a simple arch to it and knowing like the stitch pattern or the cap we're going to decorate, we match the arch to that stitch pattern. So when my operator is lining them up, all they have to do is center it right on the top edge on that stitch pattern, and it arches perfectly with that. Okay? So it gives me that consistent placement.
What a nice idea.
Yeah, little things.
Yeah, little things.
All right, and so we'll lock it down. You haven't locked this press down before, have you?
No, I haven't.
Right, step on in there and lock that down till you feel it click.
No, that's smooth.
All right, and so we're at about 300 degrees is what this digital transfer needs to be at. Nice medium to firm pressure when we're decorating the underbill of the cap. 15 seconds. It turns green to show us when we're ready to collect the money.
I love it.
Open it. And then we're going to take the edge of this and we're just going to release it.
Man.
Just falls away. Like you can actually see the stitch pattern through that print. It looks like it's a part of the fabric.
That is very cool.
So pretty cool little rivals cap. You can certainly do more things on headwear. And so let's keep stretching the limits.
So this is so epic because, I mean, these are obviously two teams that have been playing each other since 1970. And when you add that value, if this is like being sold at the event, I mean, it's a no-brainer. I got to have that.
Yeah.
Right?
And who we have here? We have, you want to commemorate the event. Panthers versus Eagles. They're rivals since 1970.
Yeah.
Okay. This is actually going to be my Eagles cap, so we're going to put that one to the side if we can.
Okay.
But we don't want to leave the Panthers out. There's surely some Panthers fans out there. And so I'm going to show you another technique on this platen with this press. We're actually going to press the top of the bill.
Oh, cool.
So what we've seen out there in the market is a lot of folks like to keep this sticker on the cap, like as some design and some style. Especially the kids, they love to do that. And so In this case, we're going to take a metallic type of print, and we are going to add it to the other side, much like a sticker. And
How
so,
are you gonna do that?
yeah, and so a couple different options. So number one, you can actually order these flex style transfers just as stickers. And so if you literally wanted a sticker, you can buy a sticker and the kids can put it on there, remove it, and just interchange it, which is kind of fun. But in this case, we want it to be more permanent. And so we are going to take this wonderful cap, and I'm going to tell you, you do this at your own risk, okay, guys? This is a structured cap. I've done this before, and so I'm turning it completely inside out. I heard that's a rally cap style.
Yeah,
right? Somebody said that before. All right. And so now we take that, right? And I'm just going to now get to the top of the bill.
Fits right into the design.
Again, every hat responds differently to you flipping inside out. We certainly don't want you to damage a lot of caps, so I'd recommend testing the cap you're using.
Sure.
I do recommend not heat pressing the sticker.
Yeah, I was just about to ask that question.
But I like to keep it intact, and so we can put it back on once the cap has been done.
That's great.
Okay, and so in this case, we have it into place. Sticker was on that side. We'll put the metallic patch on this side. I'm just going to support it here, and if you're doing a bunch of these, you can kind of create a little jig underneath, like a little cardboard box to hold that up.
Sounds great.
Cover it. If you don't mind throwing me the heat press. And I'm looking for that 42-second application because I have the extra thickness on there.
Nice.
Almost there. Touch screen here. And we'll lock this down.
So with every shipment of patches, like these instructions are included on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time, temperature, pressure, always on the patch. And you'll get settings for top and bottom heat, which is what we're getting to in a moment. You'll get settings with top heat only. And this would be my setting for flex style domed, which is the type of patch with top heat only.
Nice. Yeah, because it's just, even if you're a pro at it, you always like to have a reminder, because a little checklist, or if somebody steps in for you.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I was just curious.
All right, so 40 seconds doesn't go as quick as I thought. We still have 10 seconds left. But let's talk a little bit about the importance of a good heat press. It has to measure time, temperature, and pressure accurately. You'll notice this one has a pressure readout. And so we're not guessing, what does that feel like? It's all to the digit accuracy.
It's not like hand feel. Yeah.
Absolutely. And so that's completed. Actually, it peeled so hot that it came off with it, the carrier sheet. And we have that completed design. So really sharp. It's on there. Let's flip this back to the original position. Let's go ahead and put that sticker there like it never was removed. And now we have something to represent the Panthers in the rivalry with it printed under the bill as well.
That's great.
And we can customize just like that.
What a plus.
All right, let's
keep going.
All right, we're going to head to the Hotronics 360 IQ. And so we're looking to get toward this front location and go a little further with our Rivals hat here. And so sweatband has to come out because we are going to actually do 2 additional patch applications on this. Now, the Hotronics 360 IQ is heating from the top and the bottom. And so I'm just working here. This was a hold down device to hold it nice and tight to get that sort of good pressure on it. And then I am going to take another flex style patch for the Eagles, right? And it's a mascot logo. So the concept here is when you are at the game, right? This is a piece of equipment that's small enough for decorators to take on site and do a live activation.
Oh, wow.
And so maybe you print the underbill pre-printed for the event. It's nice. A hat's a one-size-fits-all item. And then we come into the event and we let the team or the player pick exactly what patch they want on the product.
Oh, that's super cool. So you're arriving, you can either be a Panther or an Eagle, and then these are the hats available. We're going to ask you, Eagles, Panthers.
Yeah. Yep.
Love it.
And so it's great, right? Because we're servicing the entire crowd, all of the fans with one style, and it's commemorative to that rivalry, to that game, to that concert, to that collaboration. Like there's so many ways you can bring 2 brands at one event to life.
So, you know, side note, what do you have to, what kind of generator do you need to bring to power this thing on site?
Yeah, so this is great. No generator. This actually only pulls, I believe it's 10 amps.
Oh, wow.
And so it'll plug into almost any household outlet. You just want to dedicate a 15 amp circuit. And so this is decorated, right? But we're not done. I said we're getting crazy here.
Yeah, no, I like it.
And so this is for the Eagles. And so we see a lot of caps that are out there that have multiple patches. When you shop at retail, when you look at this, there are so many cap styles out there for professional sports teams where you're seeing many patches on the front of the cap. Now, Just wanted a little bit more pressure on that. Again, it reads it out, and so I saw that I wasn't achieving the accurate pressure, so we increase it, give it the 30-second dwell time.
It's great.
280 on top, 320 on bottom, automatically open. So at an event, right, I'm helping people, I'm writing orders, the machine's working.
Yeah, no, it's great. And I mean, it's it's not a huge piece, so you can just carry it in.
Yeah, and we've seen it.
Loving these ideas.
Yeah, all types of opportunities. And so this helps to just elevate you as a decorator or as a distributor, bringing a decorator in to help do this on your behalf and just create that wow and create that experience. And so both of those on there decorated. We're seeing all the patch, all the design on the cap. That's
Very cool.
fully decked out, don't you think?
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, you've got the like commemorative patch here and then your logo and then boom. I mean, celebrating the actual event. Hey, it's strong. Very, very strong.
Strong to quite strong.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this because we got a strong concept for this as well.
This is a hat from Kastlfel. So this is made out of 100% organic cotton, all GOTS certified on the shell, and then a recycled polyester visor board. So they just added 4 new styles, and this is their flat bill. So let's get to business.
Kind of interesting, right? Something to consider is a snapback, right?
Sure.
A snapback's more of a one-size-fits-all if you're looking to limit your inventory. And so to decorate this one, you guys actually brought a challenge to me. And,
Love it.
And you said, how close can we get to the bill?
Yes.
Right? And so that starts with how you load it. So you notice when I loaded this onto the machine, let's just do that again so we don't miss it. Loading that on the machine, typically I pull this bill a little bit forward, right?
Sure.
To clear this. You notice I was kind of moving it forward on the last one. I'm just going to bring this like maybe a centimeter further this way, lock it into place to try to get that nice flush printing area, but trying to get pressure all the way to the bottom edge.
No,
and we've actually created a patch style with a flat edge on the bottom. Now, I wouldn't probably go all the way to the bill, but maybe a couple millimeters from the bill, there's this sort of rage structure, thread and seam at the bottom. So I'm going to try to just place it right on that seam. We're going to try this. I don't know if it's going to work, but that's what we do here. So
exactly.
Hold it into place. This is that print stitch product again. So you're seeing lots of sublimation and flat in the texture, but you're also seeing the embroidery detail in this design as well. And so we cover that. And so I just have to make sure I didn't move it. I didn't. Watch when I'm pulling it forward. So I'll just grab kind of my 2 fingers and make sure it clears this edge.
And you're getting right in there.
Locking it into place, right? I'm just pulling this forward to protect it from getting it damaged from the heat. And so actually there's other options, right? You could cut a piece of cardboard or a foam pad to protect the bill as well to that shape round and place it right down inside. Or you can just kind of do what I'm doing and pull it forward a little bit to make sure it's not going to get damaged. All different options. What we're going to see if it happened here is if I got contact all the way down close to the edge of that bill.
Nice.
And this is an oversized logo. Like I feel like we're spanning 2 seams, not on a 6
No, and
cap.
I think it's kind of slightly peeling to the side of the hat too. So I'm interested to see how this turns out.
All right.
Here we go. Nice.
All right, so we'll open that up. We'll take a close-up look here. But as you can see, you know, we got it so close to that edge. And it's really nice to have that flat edge to stretch it across there.
Very cool.
Because you can make sure it's straight. And so this is possible right over the seam, right over the center seam, right on the structured cap without damaging it. That's a pretty cool product.
So, you know, I failed to mention the name of this hat, which is really cool, but it's Full Throttle.
Okay.
So I think we did a full throttle job, my friend, with all these hats. And this is just, it's very creative and getting crazy. The 360 IQ, I'm telling you, I don't think you can pull a lot of this off without that machine.
No, top and bottom heat, trying new things, but if you want to grow your business and decorate or sell headwear, stretch the limits, it's possible when you watch episodes like this. You can figure out how.
So thank you guys for watching. We look forward to the next episode. All the links and the names of the products will be connected in the links below, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks.
Thanks.